So after a decade of running Facebook ads, what has changed? Back in 2015, when I initially started, obviously I didn't know anything. And I immediately went to YouTube and started searching up all kinds of different videos around how to run Facebook ads. And there was a lot of different strategies, a lot of different methods and different perspectives around what creates the best Facebook ads and what's the best way to run Facebook ads. So in the beginning stages, all I did was follow those videos and implement it. I watched a video, replicated the strategy, tossed in the ad accounts, and I just kept trying different strategy over and over and over. At this time, I didn't really see too much success, but it allowed me to gain insight on how to run the ad account, how to set up a campaign, the different campaign objectives, the different ways to structure your account, the different ways to load in creatives. I wasn't necessarily profitable at this time. I wasn't necessarily getting results at this time, but just the pure experience in this first year of running Facebook ads allowed me to start to understand more of the technicals of the account. September 2019, I took on a clothing brand that was doing $30K a month, but was also losing $30K a month between inventory, ad costs. So I hopped in the account and I applied a strategy at the time I found from a YouTuber named Verum Ecom. This quickly allowed me to take this account from negative $30K a month to over $300K a month about a year later. And this was one of my first success stories that I publicly started to spread on YouTube back in late 2019. I finally got to understand a ad account structure that worked for me. And e-commerce was one of my first clients that I was able to be successful with. So now that I have this ad account structure and this new niche that I could focus on, I started to acquire more clients around this particular niche. 5-6 clients later, I failed with literally, I think, all 5 or 6 of those clients. At this point of my Facebook ads career, I nearly wanted to just quit right then and there because I had no clue what was wrong. I had the ad account structure. I had proven success with it because I just scaled the client to $300K a month, and I had a proven niche that I knew I could get results for. And I don't know what exactly I was missing at the time, but I knew I was missing something. Fast forward to November of 2020, this e-commerce client right here was at an all-time low. And this particular e-com client actually parted ways with me. I literally felt like I was a failure when this client left me. I don't know the best way to put it, but I dropped my ego on the floor and I literally went to the agency that this e-com client parted ways with me for. And I literally asked them to mentor me. And I think I was paying them like $1,000 a month at the time. And from like 2021 of January up until like 2022, I worked with this agency to mentor me. I got to realize not everyone is successful at Facebook ads. I thought every single agency was just out there crushing it. That was completely false. This particular agency actually had a pretty high churn rate as well. They didn't have any magical formula that I've never heard of before. They just had a different prioritization of what got results. And this is where I got introduced to creatives and the importance of the ad creative side of Facebook ads. You see, my whole journey was focused on different ad account structures, different objectives, different ways to run the account, ABO, CBO, but I never focused on the one thing that was put in front of people and that got people to click, which was creatives. So I started shifting my priorities. I dumbed down my account as much as possible to make it as simple as possible to put all my time now into creative production. This is also the time where I got to see a video from some guy with blue hair online named CT Disruptor, who literally showed me this one campaign structure I saw in one of his YouTube videos. So I took that and started to roll with it. So I implemented that one CBO campaign in January of 2022, allows us to put all of our focus on creative production. Fast forward all of 2022, I found this book called Breakthrough Advertising. After seeing dozens of other big gurus recommend the book, I knew there was something in this book that I could use to make better creatives. And I read it probably over a dozen times all across 2022, and then taking each chapter and breaking it down and building new creatives followed by each individual chapter, I was able to start focusing more on the creative side when it came down to Facebook ads. I knew if I spent time writing these creatives and building these creatives off of proven marketing fundamentals taught in this book, Breakthrough Advertising, that I would channel better success into my clients. So now I'm focusing on maybe 5-10 minutes a day in the ad account. And I'm focusing on 6 to 8 hours every day of creating better creatives. And I did that all through 2022 and we crushed it. We started getting bigger and better case studies. We had a client in 2022 that literally did $6 million during Q4. And if you fast forward all the way to 2025, today, 3 years later, I maintain that course, documenting hundreds of videos, literally teaching you guys all of that on YouTube as well. And we still take that same approach. The only difference now is that we understand creatives are extremely important, but we also look at other things within the business. We look at things like AOV now. We look at things like client retention. We look at also things like building landing pages and stuff. We understood that these marketing fundamentals and marketing psychology didn't just stop at the creatives. And honestly, our best human psychology lessons over the last year to 2 years was just simply monitoring our own buying patterns and just understanding those things that drives us when we're naturally buying and consuming things. That's what allowed me to become better at human psychology. Me just sitting down and scrolling on Instagram Reels allowed me to better understand why I stopped on certain reels and why I skipped other reels. What was the thing that grabbed my attention versus other things? Now, obviously, actively paying attention to these things is one thing, but the other thing is actual application. Anytime I find a hook by just scrolling on Instagram Reels that grabs my attention, I like to go recreate that hook for my clients. So that's been the biggest shift for me over the last 10 years of ads. I went from all technicals of ad account structure and like nerding out over how to use Facebook to now shifting my focus now to just being a great human psychologist in a way and really focusing on people and how do I grab people's attention and what do I need to say to someone to get someone to buy from us. Those key things right there has been my biggest shift of running Facebook ads over the last 10 years. Now I'm curious, if you've been running Facebook ads for a while, what has been your biggest shifts and how long have you been running Facebook ads? If so, drop all those in the comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My name's Nick Theriot, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.